this? Oh, come on. Should be on restrictions. Edit this. I think I'm live. I don't know, but I need to edit this real quick. Got a couple of customization options I need to add. Subscribers of 1 minute. No slow mode, no trailer. There we go. And we're good. I think we're good on that. And we'll go to this. Post this. Stream. Too long. We'll see. It is. This. Chat. Automated ads. Turn on. A whole lot you got to do before you're actually quote unquote live. I don't even know. Let's make sure. Okay, we're streaming this. Okay, that kind of sucks because I used to stream a much larger chart. Suppose we could just grow this though. It's probably fine. Or rather, this. We'll grow this one. Keep the Russell. Just for the stream. Ah, it hit. There we go. It's almost like I know exactly what I'm talking about. When I announced the 3 white nighter, I recorded a video and announced the 3 white nighter here on Lulu. I sold at 191.30 and I rebought at 190.85. So I saved myself another $1 per 100 shares. That's $100. So I've increased my closed P&L to 1,086 on this bad boy. That's just today. I've had this stock for 7 days. It was trading around 160, 172, I think we got in. It is now 190. So let me try and share this link with my Discord. Get some people in here, get some discussion going on. They're going to be like, what the hell? He's actually live. I have energy right now for some reason. Just buy some more shares? I did just buy some more shares at 190.15. So I sold at 191.30 and I rebought at 190.85 and 190.15. Because I said you're going to go about halfway on this part and you're quite possibly going to test the bottom of half of this, but I put it a little bit higher because that's not a guarantee, only because of where VWAP is. VWAP pretty much dictates that. And that's what you call 3 white nights for anybody watching. I see that there is a couple people in here, so 3 white nights, you're 99% of the time going to see this move. Right now, we're still holding within this, which is still bullish, meaning it could bounce off of this level. It could bounce. It could fall to here, which is halfway, or here, which would be secondary support, which aligns up with VWAP. I'm actually no one wants to buy it at 190, and then it goes to 188, and you lose $200. But I don't want to run the risk that this is the bounce and then it moves higher, because I showed a chart and I believe that this is in fact going to 233 to 232 to 234, okay, post earnings here, which is next Thursday. And BTIG, an investment firm, reiterate $300 price target on this, which is coincidentally 200 EMA on the stock. So I do think this is a very strong possibility. If this falls to 188, 187 and change, I am absolutely gonna pick up another 100 shares because we've now broken above. So we're kind of confirming bullish momentum here into earnings at least. Doesn't mean it stays that way. Maybe earnings destroys it 40%. Who knows? But I will buy and then I'll sell into earnings. So I'm looking at, maybe I will just put another order here real quick. 180. I'm going with 188.10. 187.50. And 7. We're going to set up a little bit of a buy wall here. Another, it's like 108 or $18,000. Yeah, so it's exactly what I thought. So if you turn this into a 5-minute, it's actually like pretty picture perfect. This, we were kind of buying, we were selling, we bought some more, we sold, we bought some more, we sold. Played it literally perfect today. This was a little hasty, probably. I wasn't really looking at the 5, I was looking at the 15. Looking at the 5, that is hasty. This would have been the magnet. But that's okay. I mean, I'm up 1,000. I'm up 1,086 on the day, plus the puts that I sold. I'm up like 1,400 on it on the day, which is like by all metrics a very good day. And now I'm currently open loss $100, $43 because I entered here. But because I sold here, I saved over $150. So, and I'm bullish long on the stock, so I don't like necessarily care. You're not always going to time the top and time the bottom with perfection. It's not exact science here. You're dealing with speculative people on all that sides of this. So, like me and everyone else, we're all speculating on what it's going to do. Fucking who knows? Maybe 9/11 happens and every single stock utterly shits the bed, or maybe the Fed cuts 50 basis points and the stock market goes ballistic. Who knows? You really don't know. Pure speculative. Well, we got some people in here. What's up, Brian? Haven't seen me in a while. Yeah, man, I'm going to be coming back a little bit because I got to get my YouTube hours up. I totally, like it, I forgot that they like require you to have so much watch time, and I kind of really slacked on videos. Granted, I went for quality over quantity with these videos. Every video for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months has been, if you watched my video and you bought the stock I talked about, you made a lot of money. UPS, Weeble, Lululemon, to name a few. Alaskan Airlines, I was showing that and talking about how I told people about this, and it went up 33%. Literally mentioned. I mentioned at 39. I mentioned at 39, 38 and change. Like, this is where I mentioned. I said, oh, this is a brand new 52-week low. Get in on this. I had one tiny blip down, which was like liquidity grab. Get the very few last scared sellers out, and it's just fucking ripped. This was a big one, and this was tucked away in close to the end of one of my videos. So if you're just tuning in, that's kind of what I do. I do like 10. I try to do like a 10-minute video. They almost are always like 20 minutes. I recommend you watch them at 1.5 speed, like, because you can change. I don't watch any YouTube anymore at 1 speed. I literally can't do it. 1.25 is the lowest I can go, but I usually 1.5, 1.752. Anyways, recommend you do that because they're all like 20-minute videos, and I almost always throw in something at the very end. No one's ever commented on it. I make a specific mention of it every video. I'm like, and for those of you that have stayed, here's a special tidbit I saved for you. And then I throw out something. So it's just to inspire people to actually watch the video. Whether that's at 2x, 3x, I wouldn't recommend you just skip to the end because then you're going to miss all the juicy stuff in there. But, my last video, I'm recommending Lulu at 170. And as you can see, I've been playing it since then. My first entry was 177.47 by the looks of it. I feel like it was earlier than that. I don't. It was definitely like 163. I think my program only goes back a couple weeks for saving the buys, because I definitely wouldn't have entered here after a massive rally. I would have that would have been like my second entry. I just know how I trade. But yeah, I believe the video was like 163. You're now at 193. That's $30 a share, guys. I mean, I don't know what the hell you're investing in, but $30 a share in like 2 weeks. Hello. Fucking $3,000 on 16,000. $3,000 because like 163, that's 16,300. You made 18.5%, and I'm like a small ass YouTuber. Nobody. I have zero reach. I talked about COVID like 3 times. I'm done. I have no reach, but I do have some people show up, and it's like, yeah, if you're gonna show up, play the plays. Play the plays I talk about, because that's the shit that you're getting. And that's free. The Discord is only $19.99. That's not even $1 a day, to potentially make thousands of dollars. Seems all right. I had mentioned Path and AI. We played that the other day. We had $20 longs on Path for January, was it 16th or 19th? January 16th, $20. We got in on these 46 cents. They're 91 cents today, but yesterday they were like $1.10. So that we were up over like 130% overnight. And I mean, just look at the stock. Stock went absolutely mental. I unfortunately sold up at $16.95. But we did, so we entered only call options before close, and then as it was pumping, we got in at 16.10, so that's 16.45. I was asleep. I was up all night on it. I woke up and I saw that it went way beyond. I fucking sold that, and I was like, damn, because if I was awake, I would have canceled this and let it ride. But I don't really give a shit, because I mean these plays they're all year long. Who cares? You've got your Weeble. Let me go back to Lulu. This is what I was talking about before. You had your 3 white knights, 1 day 15, right? You had your pump, and then you're checking. So it blew past first support. It checked secondary support, which was VWAP / the top / bottom of these 2 intersecting candles. And it bounced off VWAP. So we're looking good here. I think we're looking good right into 233. Just to give you an idea of what's moving in the markets right now, Ulta Beauty of all things is like I'm leading the market today, which is insane to me because they had so much churn, which means theft. I thought that they were really going to take a dump. They're up 13. Oh my God, they're up 13.5% on a Friday. It's going to be huge. It's going to be 1,000%. 500%. Jesus Christ. 500%. Ulta Beauty. Why? Nothing. Neutral. Got a neutral rating? Are you? What? Okay. Oh, so they had earnings. It's probably in my earnings section. I didn't even pay attention to it. What was I gonna post? I'm gonna post this in the market movers. This is 1 hour, 10 minutes in. Just give you a good little snapshot of what is moving and what is, what's up, what's down. Dollar Tree's up. Dollar General was up the other day. Dollar General's up again today. That one is aggressively moving. What is weird is my neighbor was talking about Dollarama, which I don't think that is a stock, but it might. Yeah. Oh, okay, it is. Yeah, it's a Canadian one. Let's see what Dollarama is doing. Oh my God. he was like, "Oh yeah, buy Dollarama in November." He's like this weird savant. He wins the lottery like every fucking 2 days, and like I wish I was exaggerating, but he shows me his phone. He wins $6,000, $17,000. He just wins, and he's been doing it for like 5 years. He's won like $2 million, $1 million. He's like autistic or some shit, and he wins the lottery like every week. And you know, when I say wins the lottery, I don't mean he's always winning the jackpot. I mean he's winning like thousands of dollars every week. He lives on lottery winnings. He bought a car. He won a car. And it's like you think, well, how much does he spend? But I seen him. He maybe spends like $50, and then he wins 6,000, and he'd be like, okay, well, so that's gonna run out real quick, spending $50 every couple days. But it's not, because he wins like every couple days. It's insane. I don't know. He has some kind of fucking. Maybe he has an almanac like Back to the Future. I should have listened to him though, because he told me to buy this shit, and it's absolutely ripped. It's up. I mean, he told me this like I want to say a few months ago. Oh god, yeah, it was $132. Fucking, it was $80 in the summer. Oh my lord. Oh no, that was last year. God damn, yeah, I'm losing it here. I'm just drinking my coffee now. Yeah, it's $132. $200. Yeah, I definitely should have listened to him that one. But in my head, I'm thinking dollar, not Dollarama. I'm not even thinking Dollar General. I'm thinking the other one. What the hell's the other one? Dollarama, Dollar General? What's the other one? Dollarama, Dollar General, Dollar Tree? Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree. Yeah, oh my god. $60. Double bottom, pretty clear double bottom, and just fucking. Holy shit. That would have been nice. I would be selling that for sure. Depends what happens with the tariffs, but you're at like a quintuple top here. Like, look at the shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, well, okay, now you're 6, so you've blown past that. It could be going to 139. One with support at about 117. I don't know if you like dollar stocks. Does it pay a dividend? DLTR. No dividend, yeah. Not really a fan. I don't know why so many companies won't pay a dividend. I can't remember which one it was that had like a tornado rip through there though. That would be the one I would, I'd be a little skeptical on. The one that had the tornado rip through and utterly destroy their entire facility. Well, let's take a look and see if we got any comments here. Just hello, and haven't seen you in a while. You the man. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Got any likes at all on this video? I can't even tell. Interesting. 1 like, 6 likes, 5 viewers. Appreciate it. I don't care. I'm gonna be live for like an hour, at least 2 hours. I mean, I can't expect hardly any people to step in here because I never go live. If you're not consistently live, who the hell is gonna know you're live, right? Oh, Intel was another banger I called out at $20 in a section I have called the 401k section. 19 and $20. It's $43 right now. That's up over 100%. It's been a very good year for the longs. And I'm not going to go on camera right now because my hair is a fucking wild nest. So that's not happening. Oh, thanks, Stimpy. Appreciate you, buddy. I also see that you guys, both you and Brian, are members of the channel. I think like the $1 membership or something. That's freaking awesome, man. Appreciate you guys. That helps. you know, it's not like I live off of people doing $1 there, but I'm not a multimillionaire or anything like that. So, you know, it really is. I really do appreciate that. The hell was I just gonna look up? Think right now. Just switch this. Okay, go back. Watch LULU. Yeah, we have a guy called Joe. Joe Stars. He trades the SPY like religiously. Yesterday, I mean, he was posting like 300% gainers yesterday. I can't fucking do it. I tried it. The times that I've lost the most money in my life was like AMC holding it down, which the loss porn on there. You know, they could make a movie about me. Betting against Nvidia's earnings after the first one. So the first one, when it pumped from like 125 to 250, it was like 280 going into that earnings, and I bought 90 grand to puts. I got fucking wiped out on that at that time. Like I lost 89,900 some shot. Fucking, it was insane. Because it jumped again to like 350. Like it was like, what the fuck just happened? I couldn't believe it. And then, which in hindsight, I'm retarded. They've already guided higher. Why are you betting against them when they guided? Like fuck. I don't think I was in a good headspace at the time. So it was those, and then what was the other one? Oh, Tesla and the SPY. I mean, I was pretty perma bullish on Tesla for a while there. I guess I didn't really lose too much on Tesla. I just remember one time I think I lost like 20K on Tesla puts or some shit. But I mean, it was in the morning I was up like 14K, and then by the time we were going fishing, by the time we were like hit the States, I was like down to 2020. So it was like a $33,000 swing. Like I think they dropped some news or some shit, and I wasn't in front of my computer. So that's when I was like, okay, you are not trading options if you're not like readily available to be in front of your computer to react. Um, and then this SPY, that's what I was getting at, was like, what are my biggest, where are the where are the stocks where I've lost the biggest? So it was like the meme stock AMC, which like I didn't lose. I made like something like 350 Ks is like what I cashed in. You know, but I was up 2 mil, so fucking lost like 1.7 mil of the, what do you call that? Unrealized gains. And then so it's AMC, Nvidia, a little bit of Tesla, and then like there's the SPY, which it's even the SPY it wasn't a lot. I don't, because I don't, but I mean even like a couple grand now. I'm just like, oh fucking want, I don't want to lose $10, let alone a couple grand. So I'm not a fan of the trading the SPY or the Qs. I'm a fan of paying very close attention to them and Bitcoin. I feel like it is a lot more important right now to pay attention to Bitcoin than it is to pay attention to any index. Because the SPY isn't really the SPY anymore. The SPY 5 years ago was the SPY. The SPY right now is just 7 companies. Call it 9 because I would include Broadcom in there, and I would include JP Morgan, and I would include Berkshire. Call it like 9 or 10. Like the Mag 7 it's really 10. The only one that doesn't trade in that is that Saudi Aramco. Anyways, it's almost 40% of the SPY is just 10 companies, and it's got like 505 companies in it or something. It's called the S&P 500, but there's really like 505 companies, I believe. So when 10 companies control really the 40% of 505, I don't even fucking like, you might as well just watch the Qs. You can play the SPY, but I would be watching Bitcoin and the Qs. I don't like watching the SPY is utterly pointless there's no point to watching it myself. Trading options minute by minute, 0 DTE, yeah, I guess, but there's no way to predict its move other than watching tech, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Well, watching those 10 companies is how you predict what the SPY is going to do. So I'm going to go out on a limb today, and because I can already tell Nvidia is sideways. It's 0.5% down, which is fuck all. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, you've got Tesla up. So Nvidia is down 0.6% and Tesla's up 0.6%. So that's a wash. Not so much because Tesla's about half of the value of Nvidia, but I'm going to go out and say like Meta, Microsoft, Apple. What of those 10, like 7 are green because the SPY is green. It's not green by a lot, but it's green. So, but you wouldn't have to look at the other 500. Like you wouldn't have to look at all these. You wouldn't have to. But the actual net outflows is it's very bearish. Like you can see the volume is actually bearish. Even though the SPY is green, the volume is bearish, which means it's being held up by a few companies right now. Like right now, today, it's being held up by a few companies because it's fucking bearish. It's selling off like crazy. Or, I'm reading this wrong. No, it's not. Sorry, this is the worst stock. That's how much it's down. The highest stock, it's really ripping, which is that Ulta Beauty. That's Ulta Beauty right there. I don't think that's going to tell me that. Oh, it is going to tell me. Oh, that's beautiful. I never noticed that did tell me that. That's amazing. I've had this program for 5 years. I never even bothered to put my mouse down here. That is hilarious. I always just thought it was like, I knew how to read it. I just didn't know that it would actually tell me that. But I have a feeling they added that. They've made a lot of changes this year. A lot of really good changes, actually. Goddamn, Alaska is just ripping. Look. And this, I believe, is actually one of them. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's that's sick. That's actually really sick. Okay, I like that. I'm going to have to start paying a little bit. I mean, you don't really need to pay attention to it, but it does tell you how much it's up, like 14%. Are you fucking kidding me? On what? Because they were just downtrodden for so long, probably. Which is kind of what I'm expecting out of LULU. Is just, they were so beat up. The market is like the ocean, tides. Money goes into some stocks, comes out of others, and then the tides change, and money goes out of those and into the stocks that are downtrodden. That are, when you got a company like LULU making, I think it was $9 billion. Why is the stock down 250 a share in a year when they make 9 billion? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? That's egregious, excessive as are the only real ways to describe that. But that's what I've been finding with a lot of success with in the last few months, especially, has been, you could call them, I don't want to say recession proof. I want to say like they're almost immune to the market news. Like if the market was to go down quite a bit, yes, LULU would go down, but it's not going to go down like something else that's at a 52-week high. It's going to go down marginally. God, I do love seeing the account growth today. That was a very welcome change because I've been waiting on LULU to make a somewhat decent move here. It's been a slug. It's been a slow ass snail for it's been slow going for a couple weeks now, and I've been on it for about a week and a half. So if anybody has a stock that they want me to talk about, please do mention it, and I will pull it up and we can analyze it. You lost on AMC and got caught up on that. Never again. Broke all my rules. Yeah. The rules are key. I actually write them. I don't have my camera, but I write my rules down. I have a book beside me. I write down all sorts of stuff that even though I have a Discord, I will still forget things. There's been so many earnings that I just forgot. I'm like, oh my God, and it was life-changing money. Or a rule. I have a sticky note. Let your runners run. So I ignored that again with Path. Path was on a tear, and I ditched out at 16.50. Like, why? Let it run. It's $18-19 today. Why am I, why am I getting out of that? This doesn't make sense. But in some regards, you gotta go with your gut instinct, like I did with Weeble, and I saved money because Weeble just did fuck all for a week, and I had 30K tied up in Weeble. What's the point? I put that money to work in Lulu, and I really reaped the benefits there, right? I had a good time with UPS. I tried to redabble, but it wasn't really doing anything. I think it's up today, though. Yeah, I mean, it's up 71 cents today. That's nothing spectacular. Target just announced that they're going to be doing deliveries, just like Walmart and Amazon. So pretty much every major retailer is doing the drop shipping. I think Home Depot is going to be the next one to get in on it. They're part of the watch list, like Walmart, Amazon, Target, Costco, and Home Depot. So I would expect Home Depot to get in on that myself. I mean, it's a little harder for them, but delivery is where I think they're next way they're going to level up. Imagine you're a contractor and you got to wake up at fucking 5:30 every morning to get down there and get all your shit. Where for a small fee that you can just write off, they'll deliver it to you. That's a cost. Business cost you can write off of your profits. So if you value your time, I mean, a write-off doesn't mean it's free. It just means you get to write it off. It's still a cost, okay? It's a cost. But if if your employee were to call in, now you're fucked. So now you don't have to worry about an employee, which, side note, an employee has benefits you have to pay for. Paid holidays you have to pay for. A delivery company, they don't have any of that shit. They're the ones paying for all that. You're just like, hey, deliver my stuff to this address. And then they drop it off, right? You could literally fire an employee who that's their job, is to run your materials. Sucks for the employee, really good for Home Depot, right? So I think they need to get in on that, personally. Target announced that, and let's see what Target did today. Yeah, Target is up today. It's not like moving significantly on that, but it's at like, let's see the 1 year, 1 week. It had issues. Oh yeah, we definitely double bottomed here, and this could form a W pattern. I gotta put this on the Discord. This could form a nice big W, which is just a larger double bottom. That is, what the hell is that? Why is that got a fucking arrow on it? Right up to 200 EMA, I would say, because you've got 1, 2 with bullish engulfing plus news. So that's something I think I'm going to be getting into this Target. And I will also post the news for my Discord. And this is the benefit of being in my Discord, is I do a lot of the work for you. If you don't have time to look for stuff, I'm like that Home Depot guy. I'm going to deliver you the news. Target testing overnight delivery. There we go. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to test. They're going to fucking full-blown do it. It doesn't, like, why wouldn't they? I definitely don't like Target like I like Amazon and Walmart, though. I mean, Walmart's the king. Walmart is literally taking over Amazon, by the way. A little bit of Best Buy. Best Buy got into the drop shipping, too. I mean, Amazon is the go-to place. Like, I just got a TV off Amazon. It was $259, and it's fucking super nice. It's 40 inches. Like, delivered to my house in 2 days. I don't know, like, how do you compete with that shit? And you can buy a warranty, and it's like, what the fuck? How do you compete with Costco, Walmart, and Amazon? Costco has the best return policy of ever. I was talking to a guy yesterday about Meta glasses, and he said his wife was on the fence. If you buy those at a glasses store, they will not take them back. I told him, bro, this is on World of Warcraft. I was just having a chat with this guy. I said, buy the glasses at Costco, because I bought them for my sister's husband. I said, buy them at Costco. She doesn't like them. You take them back. So now you get a free trial of the glasses. So you can't beat Costco. And the price will be the lowest price you can find because Costco will price match that. They won't be beat. How do you compete with that? You don't. And I don't think Target can compete with them, but it has that brand power that women love. Women fucking love Target. Target is their favorite. Target is their last remaining Bed Bath & Beyond. They don't have many stores left. They got like Williams Sonoma and fucking Target. I don't know what else they have. And the stock is trading at 90, down from 270 with this news. Ooh, that's a buy for me. Let me check some price targets on this bitch. Ooh, let's see what do we got for target price targets. Oh, it's I mean that's not awe-inspiring by any means, but the lowest one is 80. The lowest two are 80, Berenstein and Barclays. What is TD though? I like, or not TD, JP Morgan. Are they even on this? They are on it. They're a little lower. They're 100. They're not in the screenshot. They're like right here. They're 100 and like it's a hold rating. Which 100 is still another $8. And why do I always care about JP Morgan? Because they're worth nearly $1 trillion. They're the only banking institute worth nearly $1 trillion. They're worth over $800 billion. Someone was like, oh, we're shorting JP Morgan because they're fucking Epstein. Yeah, newsflash. The guy owned the Titanic and he's fucking committed major fraud and sunk a total different boat. And then they just painted the Titanic name on this fucking boat that had a hole in the hull. That's why it sank so fast, because it already had a fucking hole in it. Committed major fraud, and the ocean was so fucking deep until they got this submarine that could go find it. No one was the wiser. So they collected all this insurance money for the Titanic, whereas the real Titanic was in the port. And it was a different name with a different VIN, which was scraped. And of course, lo and behold, like 2 years ago or 1 year ago, they finally get this submarine that can go down there and check it out. Oh, and everybody on the crew fucking dies. Big shocker. That is not a coincidence. That's literally JP Morgan covering that shit up. The Epstein thing is not going to cost them a fucking dime. They're too big. They are like the beast. They're 666. Like they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere. All those banks were collapsing. They were buying them up for fucking pennies on the dollar. Like them or hate them, it's irrelevant. We're not here to. There's a few companies where ethically I'm like, yeah, fucking, I'm not touching that shit. There was like SeaWorld. It's fucking gone bankrupt, thank God. Roblox, which is pedo blocks. I'm not touching that shit. Canada Goose, fucking animal cruelty to the max. Fuck that company. Not touching that shit. So there's a few that I won't touch based on ethical things. Open Door, I'm fucking done with them. I initially when it hit, I hit it. Not gonna lie. It's not as bad as like animal cruelty to me, but it's fundamentally horrible. I don't want to see it fail. I want to see it go bankrupt. There are companies like private equity like that are destroying the ability for you and I and everyday people to buy houses. Fuck that company. And you know, I had a lapse in judgment. I bought the first pump, and then when I sold it, I've not posted a positive comment about that stock ever since. Because even the holiest of holy people, they trip. They stumble, and I considered actually buying Open Door a stumble, even though I made some money on it. I don't like. If I can make money on a company that doesn't have moral and ethical implications that are negative, why would I make money? Why would I bother even looking at a fucking SeaWorld or a Canada Goose or an Open Door? There's no point. I don't care if Open Door goes from 3 to 100. I don't give a fuck. I could buy Target. I could buy Lululemon. I could buy Walmart. I could buy Path, Robotics AI. I could buy. Do you know what I'm saying? I can buy Alaskan Airlines. Like what the fuck? Why would I buy a company that is destroying people's ability to buy fucking houses and no one can afford anything? Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna buy that. I hope it goes bankrupt. I really do. Because it was on its way, and then some rando bought 500,000 shares and started using social media to pump it. Like, that doesn't make it a good stock. Sports betting apps, not a fan. I like using them for myself, but they destroy and erode society because people are losing their life savings on these fucking sports betting apps. Like, it's very easy. Gambling is addictive for anyone that gambles. There's no one that it's not addictive for if you're like a gambler. 5,000 companies, no reason to choose those companies. Oh, Redbox, baby. Yeah, Redbox was the shit. I didn't lose any money. I made like $18,000 on Redbox. That is how I started this channel, so I appreciate you, bro. Stock PAHC. Can you take a look? Short. What is this? What are you saying? Short. I short it and long it. What do you mean you do both? You short and you long it? PAHC? Holy, what the fuck is this? Did it have a reverse split or something? It's saying it had a gap up of 100%? Why did my chart show so weird? Did you see that? 1 year, 1 week? Oh, that was weird. Okay, yeah, it's rallied massively. Yeah, I mean, it double topped nearly at 48. This is all you could cancel that out. It's been around for 10, 11 years, and it kind of double topped there. So right now you could be looking at a cup and handle, but I mean this is higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It's breaking down now though. What I would do is I would put this in the Webull super trend. It's probably going to be red if I had to guess. Webull super trend is amazing, by the way. If you don't know about it, I like in my Discord I recommend it. Yeah, so it's down, and it'll clearly show you like when to buy and when to sell on a longer time frame. If you're looking at like not flipping the stock, like actually owning it or trading it properly. And I mean, this would have been amazing actually. Look how accurate this is. This is very good. So it's down and went down. When it flipped, you could have captured a couple bucks here. Here it flipped, you know, you're capturing a few bucks there. It flipped here, you're capturing a few. If you're here, you're down here, and it's still holding. So it alerted you in this candle. It alerted you in this candle. I'm not sure where, because it's a 4 hour. If I change it to 1 hour, maybe it alerted you in this candle, and you're all the way down here. So, I mean, that's a pretty good stock. I don't even know. I never even heard. What is this? Packard? Animal Health Corp. Is this a fucking animal insurance company? I fucking hate them too. They're so greedy. I did just get my dad a new one. You're not even gonna believe that what he was paying. He was paying $280 a month for his fucking old one. And when he told me that, I lost my shit. We saw a video while we were watching NFL, of all things. We saw a company from the States that's coming into Canada. So they're gonna undercut the shit out of the Trupanion. It's called Match or Watch or something. I don't know, something like that. I don't fucking even know. And it was. So the thing about Trupanion is there's no cap. So if you have a $50,000 expense or something, they'll pay the $50,000. But this one has a cap of 15 grand, and for any one issue, and but it's $90 a month, or 60 or 90 bucks. Like, it's not even fucking close. I want to say it's 60. I want to say I said that is 75% less every month. And he's like, well, what if we switch? It's too good to be true. I said, it's not too good to be true. I said, Trupanion's Canadian, and we're fucking monopolies and duopolies. Every company utterly just takes advantage of people up here. That's what they do. We have Rogers and Telus for our phones. You guys have like Verizon and Vodafone and this and that and that. AT&T, and we have fucking 2 guys. Well, we have Bell on the East Coast. We have kind of like 2.5. And that's for the internet too. And for our airlines, we have two airlines, guys. Like, international airlines. Everything we have 1 or 2. And then the businesses like food, there's like 7 breads you can buy. 1 company owns it all. They just own it all. And then they just brand 7 and hope it doesn't matter what you buy. You're paying them. So anyways, this American company is coming in and disrupting things. It's more realistic price. Like, it's not mental. For his dog's only 2. I said, how the fuck are you paying that for a 2-year-old? I see, it should go up every year because the dog ages. And as the dog ages, the risk of needing something becomes higher. So they will raise your insurance premiums because they're risk-based, right? But yeah, $260 or $280 fucking dollars per month for a 2-year-old dog. I'm so happy to say. I said, you don't have to worry, Dad, and you don't have to think it's going to be true. I said, what you can do is you can take that money you were already spending and you can put it in an account. And then you can put that money in an account that accrues interest. And I said, you can earn a little bit of money on that money. And if something happens to the dog and you need access to the money, use the money versus giving it to the insurance company and maybe never using it. Because let's say 10 years goes by and you never use it, times $280 a month, $33,600. Okay, and now he's going to pay 60. That will go up, so we're going to just call it an average of say 100. All right, he's going to save 22 grand almost over 10 years, plus the interest on the 22 grand, which compounds because interest is compounding. It's like, if this is an animal health care, like fucking not just food, and this is insurance, like they're scummy, most of them. I go on long rants like, oh, JP Morgan, overweight, raises price, $50. Well, apparently they think it's going to go up and touch that high. So with this, what I would do, you're at support 1, but you could see a Head and Shoulders forming if it doesn't go up. So here's the thing: you have 2 chart outcomes. Let me get here. You have 2 chart outcomes. Here's outcome 1. Boingy, 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 boingy. 50 is somewhere here. 50 is one of these. There's 2 outcomes, which would be $50 is a $10 increase, which is 25% higher. That is huge. It's not 50 over 40, it's $10 extra, 40 to 50, $10 over $40. That's 25% increase. So that's chart 1. Looks like a penis. So you have the wang, you have the dong pattern, the schlong pattern. I'm just kidding. It only looks like that because the number is how I wrote it or how I drew it. So that's your pattern 1, and your pattern 2 that is called a shoulder, that is called a head, and that is called another shoulder. So you get a slight bounce off of the support here, and then it drops down to this. Might not be that violent though. It's probably gonna be like this, right? So this is your support. Here's one shoulder, head, shoulder, and it doesn't have to be like exact, but chances are this could be your second pattern, which means you're getting in and around 30, 32 and a half, 33, call it, right? And then you should see this based on if most of the analysts are bullish, depends what the stock is doing. Could do that. Could be this as your shoulder. So if this whole move is your shoulder, it'll look like that, right? I can't imagine if they're going to pump it this viciously in 1 year that it's going to do this. So I would say that's not going to happen. I'd say at worst this is going to happen. So what you could do is you can go into puts. What the hell is this? Pack. I'm going to puts. Go out. Oh, they're monthlies, so that helps. Helps you figure things out. $30. No one's even selling them. Looks like ask is 225. No one is selling them. So the options on this are very dry. You have eight open at 50. So someone's selling like in the money at 50, which is insane. And then your calls, you have a shit ton of calls open, which I don't know how they got open because there's no volume on them. I don't know where they got them from. There is no volume. What about December 19th? Do you have anything here? You might just have to wait. Like, you might not be able to do leaps. You got nothing. No volume. Crazy. So the majority are calls. So majority of people and or institutes, companies are betting that this is going higher to that 50. That doesn't mean it will. That's just where the majority of the money is. But, you know, you could sell a 35 put, which is for next. No one's even selling that or buying that. There's no bid. And the 40 is only 5 cents. Like, how is that even a thing? With the ask of 350. The last was 97 cents. Okay, last was 97 cents. I should maybe put last in here for that very reason. So you could maybe get $1, but it's 60 cents arbitrage on them. The options are shit. I was gonna recommend like you could do a cash secured put, so you don't have to short it. You just, if you think it's a head and shoulders pattern, short stock, rebuy the stock at around $32.50 to $33. If you think it's a head and shoulders, short the stock. If you think it's an ascending channel, higher highs, higher lows, now would be the time to buy the stock and be ready to not like for sure right now would be the time to buy because it's hitting these touch points down here on the channel. So you would literally enter here and then try to ride it upwards to looks around 48, 49. So that's literally $10 a share if it goes to 49. But if you enter here, you maybe write a covered call for 45 or go to January 16th and try to write one for 50 and get $1. Just get it's something. It's some downside protection. It's not a lot. It's some. Ooh, Lulu's back up again. And anticipate that it might be the head and shoulders pattern and be ready to buy more shares at 33. So like say if you were like, okay, I'm gonna buy 5,000 of this, I would say maybe buy like 3,000 of it or 2,500 here because you're at the support. Buy like 2,500 and then have that other 2,500 ready to deploy if it goes down. And if you see it starting to push higher, if it breaks this very last, like if it breaks 41.80, 42, if it breaks that, you can probably just go long all the way to 49. MACD is trending down. It's cooling off. Or that's RSI. Sorry, what the fuck's my MACD? Oh, my MACD is only showing on my main screen. I turned it off of this. Whatever. Check the MACD. See if it's crossed to the downside or crossed to the upside. If it's crossed to the downside, it's bearish. If it's crossed to the upside, bullish. And if you're like, what is he talking about? I would say join the Discord, but it sounds like you might be in the Discord. I don't know. Like, everybody has different names. Like, your name might be different in the Discord than it is here. So, yeah, I guess you'd have to let me know on that one. If what your Discord name is. And if you're not in the Discord and you've been following me since Redbox, you should probably be in the Discord by this time. Oh god, I wish I still had my 300 shares. I was casually unloading them all morning on this LULU stock. That's really nice. I'm a little like I want to load the boat to 200 to 233, but I'm just like, fuck, it's a lot of money. I almost would rather chase it on earnings. Like if it just starts pumping on earnings, like I could rush in. But it's like I thought about selling puts, but I'm paying like so much interest to fucking Questrade. I'm paying $300 every 2 weeks, 300 US in interest because all my money's Canadian. Because it was American, but I converted it to Canadian because it was $1.40 and now it's $1.38. So I made two cents for every dollar. And I feel like if the dollar falls to say $1.30, right? Now I'm up 10 cents on the dollar, 10%. Versus if I convert this to US, it's going to cost me 2 to 3 points, probably 3 points, so 3%. It's going to cost me 3% off the top. Fucking stock has to move 3% for even make sense. And I'm at risk of, if the currency falls, which it probably will, because it's been up so high for so long. If the currency falls down, I'm worse off than just paying these guys to borrow USD, because they will borrow me USD based on my account balance, right? So on my margin account. But it's just fucking annoying. To be paying that level of interest, I didn't even know how bad it was until I logged in today to see like where the hell are my UPS dividends, which they did wind up paying me. And then the government taxed me 15%. The U.S. government had a withholding tax. Fucking fuck government. I mean, I love government. YouTube, AdSense, I love them. Don't cancel my channel, please. Um, fuck no. I'm Stimpy. Oh, yeah, why did you leave, bro? I do remember. Of course I remember Stimpy. What? You're still in it. What am I, on crack? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna put a note. Where do I put a note? TC. I don't know what the hell that means. I had a note TC. That sounds like a typo. Been here since Redbox. Let's fucking go. You've been with me since Redbox, bro. I'm just gonna make you premium. You won't pay anything different, but I'll upgrade you. I'll make you an ambassador. Even better. Where are you? So you'll have an orange name. I think that deserves. I mean, you're subscribed to my channel. It's like $2. You're in the Discord. You've been with me for forever. Loyalty is where it's at. Let me make you an ambassador. There we go. There, I've upgraded you. You're up there with the big boys now. Oh, get in on this target, man. Missed a good move here. Target is the next target. Target is the next target, y'all. Did I post it in the Discord? I don't even remember. I lose my... Yeah, I did. Okay. Lose my train of thought sometimes. In the 401k section here. Yeah. 401k. Money, you hurt your back. Yeah, I've had back issues for ever since I was young. I did a warehouse job, and I had to stack all these boxes on this fucking thing. Like it was for food. It was a food company, and I don't know why I put a box on my head. Like I put it on my head, and then to put it up, and I fucked up my. It was shot down my. Oh, fuck, I did. And then I was young, and then I had like an incident with weightlifting. Obviously, sitting in a chair all day doesn't help. You gotta walk. I gotta lose weight. I gotta lose like 25 pounds. It's not even funny. I gained 30, 40. Gained 25 pounds from COVID, like from since COVID. 25 pounds. I've since lost 10, but now I've like plateaued. So you definitely gotta take care of your health. Otherwise, it's just gonna. If I'm gonna recommend anything, get one of those beds that comes in a box. I'm not even joking. A memory foam bed. I got rid of my old bed. It was like a traditional mattress, all that nice soft top, and then fuck that shit. And sleep with a pillow between your legs. Changed my life. I used to literally wake up with lower back pain every single day. Now maybe one or two times in a month. Um, it's not You learn to live with it, but when you experience that you don't have to have that pain every day, it's like a miracle. Oh, and the pillow, get rid of thick pillows. Like this information I'm giving you right now is better than any stock tip you'll ever get if you have back pain. I'm telling you, you go to IKEA, you get the thinnest pillow they have. It's like $20, and then they have an $80 one. I got the $20 one, but the $80 one's even thinner. Pay for it. I'm gonna go get it actually. Probably get it this fucking weekend. Because I've been thinking about it. It's just so far from me. It's so far. So you get the thinnest pillow they have. Walmart used to have one for $4, but they stopped carrying it, which sucks because I would buy 10 of them. Um, I carry it with me everywhere. Anytime I go to a hotel, anytime I have to house sit for my sister, I take the pillow with me, okay? This is your new best friend. So you have one pillow that's as thin as you can get because it's so bad on your neck. These big fucking pillows are just so bad on your neck. I don't know who the hell decided to make them. They're okay for if you're laying in bed and watching a show or reading. They're not okay to sleep on. Then when you sleep sideways and you put a pillow in between your legs. It's going to be real weird the first couple times you do it, but when you wake up with no back pain, you're going to keep doing it. And then you're not going to be able to sleep without it. As of now, I can't sleep without a pillow between my legs. It gets hot though in the crotch, so that's kind of annoying. So I'll sleep in shorts or whatever, or nothing. I can't sleep like nothing but shorts. And then you get the memory foam bed, man. Holy fuck. It's even that was a game changer. Now the first one I got, I didn't enjoy, but the second one I got, the first one I got wasn't a memory foam bed. It was a brand new bed, and I was like, well, it's just got to be a new bed. No, it didn't. It was shit. I gave it away. It's $1,000. They actually refunded me, which is crazy. I don't know why they would refund me. I only had the bed a week. But they're like, we can't resell it. Well, sure you can. You fucking steam it and sell it. Like, who cares? And then who's gonna know? I had it a week, but then the second bed I got, memory foam, came in a box, $450, I think. Queen, fucking awesome. And get a queen, don't get a king. King is amazing. Hard to lift. You're gonna put your back out. A queen you can maneuver. So get a queen bed. And those are my tips for you to change your life and not experience back pain. Oh, and this is Bitcoin kind of dumping again right now. So that is some sketch Bitcoin price action there. Because next stop it is 88.4, then 86.5. put that in the Discord. Walking is an easy pass since I started working at FedEx. Sick. Yeah, when I got a job in the north, so my last job working, I mean, I was swinging sledgehammers and moving pipes, but that was only 10% of the time, 20% of the time. Most of the time, I was just walking and doing rounds and readings every 15 minutes. I actually lost so much weight. I went up to a size 28 waist from a 32. My pants were falling off, and this was in 28 days. But I was putting on over 24,000 steps a day, and like most people are like, yeah, well, 10,000 steps. So math, 24,000 steps a day is a lot. I actually had like my legs were the skin was burned off from my boots. It was not comfortable. It was not good. It was not an enjoyable experience. But the weight loss was enjoyable. I couldn't believe that my literal pants did not fit and fell off. So I just stopped wearing them for the last 6 days of my shift. Because we were wearing coveralls, so I just didn't wear pants because like I literally couldn't. I didn't have a fucking belt. I never needed a belt because I had a gut. Well, it wasn't a big gut, but it was a gut. Now it's a big gut. It's fucking gross. But anyways, yeah. So walking is crazy, but I mean, walking has its own issues, right? Hurt your knees. That's why some people ride bikes. Hurt your knees, hurt your feet, ankles. If you get shin splints, like I used to get that quite a bit. It's very painful, shin splints. I mean, it's kind of excuses, but at the same time, it's like, you're getting older, you're gonna have fucking problems. Walking the knees is a big problem. Um, yeah, 24,000 steps, man. It was a lot. I physically counted them one day because I didn't have like a smart watch or anything, so I just counted. I counted them for an hour, and then I multiplied that by the 12 hours because the rounds were every 15 minutes, so it's straightforward math. And then, I think I minused 1 hour of that or 2 hours because of like sometimes for the 2 hours you're doing the pipe or something, right? Mm, yeah, that's rare. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think a memory foam bed would be nice. I thought that would be horrible, but it was actually very good. And for 450 bucks, like even if you, so if you rotate it, so you got to rotate the bed every like 1 month. Like people don't rotate their bed. I don't know why, but you just rotate the bed. It keeps it firm and everything, and like literally quintuple the lifespan. Even after like 5 or 10 years, you could just get a new bed, no problem. Versus like people that buy other beds, they spend like two, three, four, $5,000 on a fucking mattress, and it's like so bad, and then they don't rotate it, and it's like everybody who I have when I house sit on my sister's, the bed has like a fucking got like a hole in it. I can't even stand it. I had to sort back. I just watched her house for 10 days. I came back. I had to sort back for 7 straight days. Like I can't do it. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to tell her like you need to get me a new fucking bed if I'm house sitting. I mean, they're millionaires, so you're gonna have to get me a bed. Because I think it's just like it's not an old mattress. It's only been in here for a couple years, but it's not a good one. It's a shit. Walking is just good for the brain too. You get oxygen. You're feeding your lungs, oxygenating your brain cells. You're able to think. You're thinking while walking because your mind is wandering and you're getting some nature and shit. I love walking. Like I don't mind it. I go to the mountains all the time. I tell the Discord, like, I'm going to the mountains. Fuck this. Like, I'm not even really trading today. I don't like to trade Fridays. I started trading in the morning, but now it's like, I don't want to trade, but what can I do with my time? Let's go live. See if we can help some other people, talk about some stocks, solve some back issues. You know, call me Dr. Phil or Dr. Kev, Dr. Free. Call me Dr. Free. Take a look at Target. Take a look at options on that bitch. Oh man, Lulu's pumping again. Yeah, I'm liking that Target chart. Why the hell did we start talking about Target? I don't even remember. Was I talking about I was talking about the news that I posted, right? Oh god, it's pumping again. Fuck. Like, I had 300 shares on Monday, and then I only had 100 shares going in today, and then 3 puts. So 400 shares equivalent, but puts were price capped. Like, your gains are capped. And if I just had the shares, I'd be up fucking 3G. It's up $7.20. I'd be up $2,100. God damn. Like, I don't want to be like, what do you call it? Man, iRobot is up 40%. What the fuck? I don't want to be ungrateful, but it's like, god damn. Hindsight is always 50-50. Oh, you little beastie. You rubbing your sleep on your eyes? Oh, yeah, you get that sleep on your eyes. Yeah. Sleep over here. My dog, well, it's not even my dog. I basically inherited it. She sleeps on my bed, but she'll sleep on a pillow like a human. It's fucking hilarious. Instead of, a dog will just sit on a bed and sleep. She will put her head on the pillow. You like a good pillow, don't you? Yeah, she's gonna want to go pee now. Oh man, where's Target headed here for next week? 104? $92 right now is only going to pay 20 cents by close. Like, that's trash. I should have bought more shares on that dip. I'm gonna look like so good in my video though. I did a video before the live that I'm gonna post, and I'm talking about this, and I'm at the stock. It was here. It was green. There was no red. So this is what you saw. This is what you saw, and I said, "Oh, I'm selling. I'm selling here." I sold at 191.16, 191.30, and it went to basically 191.23. So very, like, nobody filled here. I filled, but most nobody filled here. Like, they didn't hit. Anyways, I saw this. I said, this is 3 white nights. I'm selling here, and I was doing this live. It was fucking awesome. Like, this is 3 white nights. I'm going to sell here. I'm going to rebuy here halfway, and I'm going to put an order down here slightly higher. And I filled both. And I said, what's going to do? It's going to do that, and it's going to come down. It's going to check that. And I said, worst case scenario, it's going to come down to FFIA, and then it's going to bounce up and continue higher. Exactly what the stock did. 100% exactly what it did. I'm gonna look like so good, but I've done this like 300 times. I have like 700 YouTube videos. I'm not like, I hid most of them because some piece of garbage started like reporting me, being like saying I was scamming because I would say like, oh, this option was up to 17,000% today. I didn't say I was up. I said the option is, and I was literally showing the options that were like fucking crazy high, because we've seen it all. Like Ulta, I was like, I would be like, Ulta was up 600% today, and there you go, 842%. Like, and they reported me, and YouTube, like half of them, they were like, oh, it's fine, and the other half, they gave me, I had like 17 strikes in a week just from fucking videos that were 2 years old. So I had to start hiding them and making them members only and shit, because my members aren't gonna fucking do that to me, and if they are, I'm gonna know, because I have like no members. So anyways, but I mean, I have a shit ton of YouTube videos, but most of them are gone now, so this is gonna be a nice one. Talking about the Lulu. God, that's fucking awesome. P&L on the day. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Like, it would be nice to buy it again here and then sell a call. It was $10. Should have just kept them damn puts from today, though. How is this still 8? That's fucked. 8? So you can sell a 180 put right now, which is $10 lower, for $8.20. I did close it this morning for 9, but now I'm like looking at it like, man, that's not half bad, especially if this continues higher again. Earnings again could change. You could fucking dump on earnings. Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. It'd be nice to make another 820 bucks without having to FOMO in. Because I mean, like, the odds of it giving this back are not that high. I think I'm going to do that actually. Yeah, so I just sold a put on it that I had this morning. But I like where we're at here. 180 put for the 19th, so that's the monthly, for $8.20. I think it filled at 840 for me. Sometimes they fill better. No, it filled at 820. And I mean, I could have done a 12. What's a 12 pay? 720? That's like not that bad. And then I don't have to hold it longer than that. Actually, I'm just going to close what I just bought. I'm going to close and I'm going to get this one instead. I'm trying to get 730 on it. Yeah, it's just one less week. And I am paying interest, so. Close it out. Let's go. I should have. I don't know why I wasn't. I was looking at my previous puts. I should have been looking at this because they report on the 11th. So I mean, it's a 1-day hold at that point. It basically means you wake up the next day, you have money, or you have shares. One of the two. It would have been better than. I mean, I'm still getting an extra $100 by taking the 19th. I'm just gonna pay interest on 17,600. I'm gonna pay like 3.5%. 17,000 what is it on 18,000 times 0.035 divide 365 times 10 days. I'm gonna pay 18 bucks interest. Well, yeah, I guess I'll just leave it open then. Fuck it, because if I close this, it's not letting me close for what I paid. They want an extra 10 bucks. I'll open an order, and if they'll close it for $5 less, so if I can comp $5 in my pocket, I'll close it for 5. But if not, I'll just fucking leave it open and pay the interest, I guess. I'm gonna have to start factoring in interest costs because I don't have much American in the account. I do have like 9 grand it, but I mean I'm trading with significantly higher than that. But I didn't think the interest was as much as it was. Just kind of found out today. To give you an example of that Webull super trend that I spoke about, look at how fucking much money you would have made on Webull. It told you on this candle 165 to 170. Told you on this candle, go long. The stock is 195, 191.50. Oh, it just filled. Sweet. So I got out of that. So I won't pay interest. Must have just recently dipped. And I can open the proper one that I want. 180 for 730. It filled right away. Ooh, I think this is potentially coming a bit lower. Okay, good. We got it. Okay, we made $5 on the fucking other put. We did close it. We didn't make any. I sold it for 820. I thought it just went 815. Ah, fucking whatever. We didn't make money. We didn't lose money, but we got the one we want. We got the December 12th. But anyways, yeah. So I mean, look at the super trend on this bad boy. It made you $31.50 a share. $25 to $31 a share. If you just traded on that super trend, I don't know, fucking. To me, it's like RSI or volume or MACD. It's just another indicator, but it is. It's been insanely accurate, and I've been talking about it in the Discord for over 3 years. So if you're not using it, use it, and it's free. You don't need a Webull account. I did open one. I just have not funded it, and I should have because they were going to give me like 5% interest. It takes. I mean, then you gotta fucking. I don't know. I have some money. Maybe I will fund a little bit and give it a try though. We'll see. John, I made a little money on puts on SPY. Wish I stayed longer. 102% on SPY put, man. You guys are fucking crazy. Freaking amazing. You're really good at this. Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy. I think I remember your cat. Yeah, lucky. How long have you had your dog? Oh, this dog is 2 years, so. Not even, I don't think, because, like, you know, they don't sell them until they're like 6 months or something. And again, it's not my dog, it's somebody else's dog in the home, but basically, fucking, it's my dog at this point, because they're lazy. And the dogs will form bonds with whoever. I would not have bought. I would highly recommend you always adopt. The cat, I had to adopt this cat because the Larry, my grandpa, who was never really my grandpa, died, and no one was. He had 3 cats and 2 dogs, and I saw the cat, and the cat needed like rescuing. Essentially, he did not take care of himself or the home. He was an alcoholic, and the place was like it's one of those horror houses. The stench in the house because the animals weren't let out. The condition of the food bowl, like the cat lived in utter fucking hell for most of its life, suffice it to say, and had at one point been poisoned, according to the vet, and it destroyed its liver pretty much. I had to give it injections every single day and a puffer every single day, which was fine, and the cat loved me and lasted for over 3 years. They tell me to put it down when I took it in. I said, I'm not fucking rescuing this cat from a hellhole to fucking put it down. Go fuck yourself. I said, what does it need? And it's like, you're going to have to give it saline injections every day. I said, how much are the saline? $20 a month. I'm like, you want me to put the cat down because I have to give it a $20 injection a month and a $45 puffer? I was like, you guys are fucked in the head, the vets. And obviously I didn't say it exactly like that, but I pretty much did. I was like, that's like, why would you recommend it? It's not hard to do for anyone who actually cares about animals. It's fucking easy to do. You don't have to be a doctor to inject saline, for fuck's sakes. It's fucking water. Sodium water or some shit. Anyways, the cat got over 3 years. And it made me back into a cat lover. I didn't care for cats. I don't like the cat hair. My sister has a cat. I watch cat all the time. Cat loves me. Fucking love cats now. Cats will, if a cat chooses you, and it's like a thing, like you can Google it, it's like amazing. I don't even know how, like it's just such a nice thing. Unconditional love and shit. Highly recommend adopting because that pet is going to cherish you for rescuing it versus buying it. You're supporting usually pieces of shit who don't care about animals at all. And shelters are very overcrowded. Very overcrowded. Oh, why the fuck did I have 2 puts? What is going on? Oh my god, what the fuck is going on here? It sold me an extra put. Oh my god. That's what happens when you're live streaming and rambling. You fucking pay attention. I've somehow sold 3 puts. Instead of closing one and opening one, I've sold 3. I'm laughing, but I'm not, because that's annoying. I don't want to just like lose money on like I'm bullish, but I'm not fucking. I don't think I'm 500 shares bullish. That's $100,000 almost. I gotta get the fuck out of some of this. God damn it. Man, that's annoying. Of course it's not gonna let me out of that. It's not even close to what I paid. Fuck, that's so annoying. Okay, I got out of that one. Cost me 15 bucks. And that literally annoys me because I didn't mean to do that. Fucking up on QuestTrade has cost me thousands of dollars over the years. I'm not even joking. And I do it every couple months. Every month I'm gonna fuck up 1 or 2 times. Even that, like, I don't want to open 2 or 3 puts. I was trying to close one and open another. What the hell? It's a simple process. I've done it a million times. What is going on? Why is it fucking up? So essentially, it's not going to go back to 191, so I can get out of this one. Can I look at $15 like, okay, that is like lunch. Oh, I just lost lunch for no reason, for a mistake. But maybe I just keep, maybe fate was trying to like load the boat for me. Be like, hey, you're gonna make $4,000 if you hold these. You know, like the bank has made an error in your favor. Collect fucking 50 bucks. You know, like Monopoly. Which that's not a real thing. A bank error in your favor, and then you just get to keep the money. That's not a thing. Average price 730. Oh, okay, that's like not too bad. Okay, got off for 5 bucks on that one because the stock is it's gone up slightly. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Another thing to note about this is you can do what's called like a strangle covered position. So basically what that means is like I have 100 shares. You can buy, like right now, you can buy 100 shares of LULU for 19,000, call it. It's like 13 cents away from 190. So you can buy 100 shares for 190. Oh, my dog is hilarious. For 19,000. Right? And then you can write the covered call at 200, giving you a $10 growth potential per share for $9.25 right now. So they'll pay you $9 a share. So now your 190 entry just went down to 181. The stock is 190 right now. That brings your cost basis down to 191. It means the most you're going to make on that is 200 a share. If it goes to 230 next week after earnings, you make 200 and someone else gets, that's why they paid you $9. Because they think maybe it's going to be $209. That's how that works. Someone is literally gambling that it's going to be over 209 next week, which is crazy to think about. So anyways, brings your cost basis down to 181. Then what I did is I just sold a put at 180, which will be my cost basis 181. So I sold a put at 180, made another $7.30, which is trading at $7.65 right now, $7.50. So I made another $7.30. Brings my cost basis down on the 100 shares that I just paid $190 for. Brings that cost basis down all the way to 172.70. Because you got 7.30 on the call, 6.30 on the put. If it goes up, I'm a fucking winner. Ding, ding, ding. I win on my shares, I win on the put, and I get the money from the call. I'm a 3-way winner. If it goes down, I'm a 2-way winner. I know, I'll explain this. Give me a second here. Symbol. Try to show this, right? You'll have to ignore the closed positions. These are closed, right? So I got 100 shares at 190.50. I also got 730 and 630. I got paid to write these positions, to sell a put and to sell a call. So that's a covered call. And then this put is naked. That's a cash secured put. And they're all going to be that way, right? So 190.50 minus 730 minus 630. Right? I said, the cost base is 176.90. 176.90 cost basis. Stock is literally trading at this price right now. So everybody else, they're paying this. They're not doing anything. They're not capitalizing. Stock goes up. Stock goes up to over 200, right? I make $10. I make $9.50 a share on the stock, on the 100 shares. I already got paid the 630 on the call, and my put will be void because a put, if the stock goes up, the put is free money plus 730. So my maximum profit is 23.10 per share, which I'm totally fine with. Okay, so I would make $2,310. Stock goes up to 199. I keep my shares, and I keep all of this money. Keep the money either way. I keep the premium either way. When you sell something, you're getting the money in your account. Sell to open, right? Sell to open. Keeping the money. So it goes to 199. I keep the shares. I wake Monday morning, I'll have the shares. I can keep them, I can sell them, I can do this again. Doesn't matter. Stock goes down, which would fucking suck. Don't want it to go down. But stock goes down. I take this money and I minus it from this to give me my cost basis. So that's downside protection. Downside protection. In brackets. Okay, so if it falls below 176.90, I will lose money on the trade. But I'm in a much better position now compared to literally everybody else in the play who's just sitting on stock or buying a call or buying a put. There's no protection when you buy a call or a put. You're either right or you're wrong. There's no protection when you just buy a stock. You're either right or you're wrong. You have to incorporate options into it to minimize losses and I wouldn't say maximize gains, but I would say maximize potential, right? You pick a strike you like. I could easily have chosen 220, right? I'll just get less here, and I'll have way more here, but I'll get less here. What's at 220? 220 pays $3.15, okay? But it gives you another $20 upside. 230, it's like still paying $2. It gives you $30 upside. It's fucking, you decide, right? I'm okay with 200. It's a nice psychological, it's $10 away, whatever. I'm fine with that. Gives me more downside protection, which I value more than upside potential. I value downside protection. I don't want to lose money. I just told you I didn't even like losing $15  2 minutes ago. Anyways, stock goes to 181. Okay, I will lose money on my shares, but overall I'm going to be up because my put will be voided because it didn't go to 180. I'll keep all the call money, and my cost base is 176.90. So 181 minus 176.90, I'll be up $410. The stock falls to exactly 180 or 179.99. okay, I will still be up $179.99 minus $176.90. I will be up $310, $309, sorry, but I'll be required to buy 100 more shares, which will actually lower my cost average. 190.50 plus 180 divided 2, which would bring my actual cost basis down to 185.25. So at that point, I could keep my shares, and if the stock rebounds, I can get out anything over that. Now I'm re-profitable, but even still I'm profitable. I won't lose money until it falls. As of right now, next week, I will not lose one penny unless the stock falls below 176.90. Recent lows were 159. It has bounced off of those recent lows though, and seems to be in an uptrend. The market is pricing a 13% move. That was as of yesterday or the day before. So 183.75 times 1.13, it's pricing in it for it to be either 207 or 160. That's what it's expecting out of Lululemon. 206, 207, or 160 bucks. So, the expectations have been either met or they are greatly been exceeded. So it's, in my opinion, it's gonna be bad, or it's gonna be insanely good. So why would I pick the 200? Again, I've explained that it's that downside protection. I value it a bit more. I mean, 210 ain't bad actually in hindsight, but I sold it at 630 and now it's like 935. I'd have to right now I'd have to pay $300 to get out of it, because it's worth 930 and I only got 630 because I sold it on like Tuesday or Monday. So I have to pay $300 to get $10 potential, which means I'd have to pay $300 to get potentially $7, right? Because 10 minus 3 is 7. So to me, that's not really worth it. I would rather just stick with 2. Some people might go, hey, you're going to pay $300 to make $700? Sign me up. That's only if you could guarantee it even goes that high, though. Like, that sucks, if it doesn't go, and if it goes down, now I've lowered my downside protection by $930 or $9.30 a share, because it's $9.30 a share to get out of. I didn't expect a random Friday pump, let's put it that way. Back to Target. I kind of got sidetracked. Let me see. So after this, I'm gonna jet, I think. Oops, I spend more on that $1 a month. Can you take a good look at my picture again, please? Stimpy. Yeah, what about it? It's like your face. Take a good look at it again? I don't know what you're asking me. It's like a tiny thumbnail on Discord. It's not very big. Target. Let's go for next week. 12. Everything is in an uptrend. Buy the stock here. Sell 95. You're only getting 50 cents. It's trash. Actually went down. Cents on $95 is fucking 0.5%. Ugh. Brutal. 30% IV. Oh, that's not very good at all. Target, unfortunately. Does Target pay a dividend? Target, what? It's $1? Fuck, I didn't know they had dividends. Just a few weeks ago. Wow. Pays $1.14. That's like up there with UPS. So UPS is like 95 a share, pays 164. Literally just got my UPS dividend yesterday. Target pays $1.14. That is a reason to hold. So while the oh my god, doggy, look at you. She wants me to take her out, so I'm gonna have to jet here. Yeah, Target pays a $1.15 dividend. I'm gonna put that in the Discord too. So while it doesn't while the options don't pay much, it's because the dividend doesn't pay much, or the dividend is high. So put that in. Let me check something. Is the target dividend quarterly? Some are not quarterly. Some are like, that's the yearly. Hopefully it says quarterly. Yes. Oh god, that's fucking juicy. Where's the next dividend? EX. What's the next EX? Dividend. Date. Feb 18th. So you're getting about $460 a year. $4.60 a year to hold Target. It's fucking crazy. That's super good. So good. Mm. Yeah, that's I gotta get some exposure to Target. I don't know what I might. It's like I might want to just wait. God, I don't know if I can wait though. It's moving. Like I think it's gonna be 103 next week. Target. It's just like what news is gonna come out, and paying interest over the weekend is unappealing. They do stock lend though on QuestTrade. I actually got paid some money for some like I don't know. I think it was Beyond Meat. Got paid for Beyond Meat share lending, which I mean I lost some money. Like I made like 800 and then I lost like 300. So I'm fucking I don't know. Stupid company. What a piece of junk. But it was funny. I just saw I got paid for some stock lending. I am losing my train of thought again. What the hell was I looking up about that Target? Something about a dividend. I don't even know. What the hell was I looking up, guys? Target. Oh, the analysts. Okay. Oh, 4 days ago, Argus Reachers, 125. 11 days ago, Jeffries, 115. 10 days ago, 80. Bank of America, Trust, 90. 92, 89. 98 is the consensus. But I'd say in the last month, it's much higher. There's a lot that are triple digit. Stocks are falling a little bit right now. And I mean, Bitcoin was telling you they were going to fall. Bitcoin is now into the 88.7s, and I said it would hit 88.4, and it hit 88.141. So let me just go back to that post. I said it was going to hit 88.141. Fuck it. Could be 86, could be on the horizon. I might put in a buy order on my An index account. We'll see. What you doing? Little PPO chart. I think you should get some exposure to Target, guys. I don't know what kind of money you're playing with, but even one share, you get the dividend. You don't need 100 shares. That's so for calls and puts, you need one. It represents 100 shares. For a dividend, it's per share. So if you were like, I have $50, I'll buy $50 of Target. That's like 5 shares, or that's not even one share. Sorry. So I guess you need like $92 to get one share, but then you're getting $1.14 quarterly. So it's like, think of it like a house, right? A mortgage. If you have a $91.82 stock and it's paying you $1.14 per share, after 80 payouts, you will get that share for free. But since that's 4 times a year, you would divide that by 4, so that's going to be 20 years. So after 20 years, and this is kind of like Warren Buffett, and this is the whole idea behind dividend investing, is you get paid to own the stock, and eventually it's free. So after 20 years, you will own the target stock. So if you're young, if you're 18 to 29, by the time you're 59, if you're 29, by the time you're 59, every share of Target you have will have been for free. That's assuming that they, based on your entry price, because you have to own a share to get paid. Assuming they don't increase the dividend ever. Lots of companies do increase the dividend. Lots of companies remove the dividend. It depends on their financial situation. So it's not like in 20 years you'll never have to make a decision on it. But that's just one way to look at it, is like long-term ownership, where, it's like if you put money into a house against a mortgage, eventually you pay off the mortgage. What does that leave you with? It's called equity. So this is like stock equity. You will have equity building up in the stock through the form of the dividends. And like I said, you can capitalize or maximize that by doing covered calls. So you can write out of the money covered calls. So just think, even if you did, so if it's 91,676, and you did a covered call at 95, that means the stock gets called away at 95, you're getting paid another 53 cents. But this is weekly. You could do this every week, times 52 weeks. That's 27.56. After 3.5 years, you'll own your fucking stock. Less than, because you're getting the, so 27.56, sorry, 114 times 4, so you get 456 a year plus 27.56 a year. You're getting 32.12 this way. You're getting 32.12 every year. You will literally own Target stock in less than 3 years. 91.76 divided by that. So you just, by doing the covered call method, you just took owning the stock in over 20 years. It was like 20.5 or whatever. 20 years and like 6 months to less than 3 years. 34 months. Right? 34 months. 12 months, 3 years, 2 years and 10 months. So, that's got to blow your mind to think, like, okay, in 3 years, every dollar I put into Target is free. That's 100% gain in 3 years. That's 33.33% annualized. And this, I've really started thinking a lot this way since losing all that money with AMC, because I literally could have rolled, guys. I could have rolled AMC into like Nvidia, and I would have over $45 million. A guy that, I didn't have a lot of money. I wasn't broke, but I didn't have a lot of money. Made $2 million when most people in society would write you off. And then could have rolled that into just Nvidia, but that's just one of many. Could have rolled it into oil, any oil stock. and those were up 2,000%, so 20x. So that would have been 40 million. I did have some oil stock, but I sold early. I had a stock that was like $1, I sold it for like $5, and I was like, oh, I'm at 400%. Fuck, right? And it was a small position. It was like 10 grand of it. It wasn't 2 million of it. Nvidia, AMD, Palantir, Carvana. Like, I would never fucking buy Carvana because it's used cars. I'm just saying, like, these opportunities existed. So just think, like, you know, thing about this as well is it's not like you're locked in. You're not in a 3-year contract here. That's just the mentality to think that way. Like, find plays that are like this target, that are basically American staples. Find these plays, park your money in them, earn money while your money's parked, while you're doing your market research. I'm going to leave right after this. Park your money in these kinds of plays, earn the dividend, do your diligence, and write these covered calls every week or every monthly. So 12 times a year or 52 times a year. You decide how much work you want to do or how much attention you're paying, right? Make your money that way. And while that's happening, try to discover new opportunities. And when you're ready to act on the new opportunity or you need access to your capital, you literally just close the call and sell the stock. All good. Close the call, sell the stock, and move that money to this new opportunity you've found. And I mean, I've experienced quite a bit of account growth just in September. September was brutal. I lost a bunch of money in September. It was not a good month. Every trade I was making, bad. And now I'm up more than, like, not only did I make all that money back, I'm up before what I was, like, I'm up beyond that. My brain is not working. I'm up 47%. Just since the end of September, early October. 47% on 2 months, October and November. And I'm not saying that's like typical or normal or whatever, but I've already been doing this kind of stuff for the last couple years, but I haven't been as focused on it as I have been. And in case you're in the Discord, you've noticed I'm not posting 900 posts a fucking day anymore. I'm posting quality ass posts that everybody gets to see, and they act on it or they don't, or they just play the spy or whatever the fuck it is they're doing. But they're there. And this is the kind of stuff I'm trying to bring to the table. And I think the only way to really get people into it further is to come on live and kind of share, like, hey guys, this is working for me. This is something you can do. This is something, it makes a lot of sense to do this. You know, it's not always about having to stressfully flip an option same day or gamble on an earnings, right? Technically, LULU, what I'm doing there is an earnings gamble, but I'm trying to be very smart about it, right? Again, the 200 strike, the 180 strike, the taking profits on like I had 300 shares, took profits today on 200 of it, right? Not totally let your runners run, but it's only running until earnings, and then it's, who knows, it could be a total shit show. So I let my runner run today, and I took profits at 190 and 186, which is fine. From 170, like, it's not like 163. So I've done quite good on that. UPS, same thing. Took the profits, and I've moved. I'm watching it every day. When it's ready to move, I'm getting in. So far, it's kind of sideways, but finding these strong dividend plays, because I remember, like, AT&T used to be like the best dividend play you could get. Right now, it is only 27 cents, 27.75 cents, and the stock's $25. So let's do the math on that. And then I believe it's also quarterly. So 0.2775 times 4, the yield is 438, it says, which doesn't make sense because times 4, it's only $1.11. Oh, $1.11 divide 25.49. Oh, duh, easy math. So you take the dividend amount, times it by 4, divide that number into the share price, and that's your yield. So 435. 435. You're getting 4.35% on a relatively stable stock. Okay? That with covered calls on this thing, they're not very lucrative. I already know that for a fact, but it's a $25 stock. What do you expect? You literally can't even go out of the money on this thing. It fucking sucks. You go out of the money only $1, 50 cents. You go out of the money 50 cents, you get paid 12 cents. But that is like half of the dividend. That's 50% of the dividend. If you literally just go at the money, you're getting 30 cents and potential dividend payments. So you have full downside protection of 30 cents. Sorry, a cap. That's your maximum you're gonna make any given week. So it sucks. So it's like the strategy doesn't work on every stock. Is I guess what I'm trying to explain. It works on some dividend stocks. It doesn't work on most. Most dividend stocks are not gonna pay well on the cover call. But a stock like Target is downtrodden and is experiencing what's the word? It's the speculation on it is a lot higher than on AT&T, right? Find those stocks where you're getting the best of both worlds. Speculation is good for options. That increases the implied volatility, the IV, which is a multiplying factor in the time component, the strike price, blah, 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 blah. You need that time component. You need that IV. You find that, plus a good dividend. I mean, to me, free Target shares by 2029 sounds pretty fucking good to me. Or 2028. This is 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028. I could buy 100 shares for $9,500. $9,700? $9,181. It's $91.80 right now. I could buy 100 shares for $91.80 in my 401k account. Well, we call it a TFSA here, tax-free savings account. I could buy 100 shares there and just sell the cover call every week. And if I don't really want to watch it because I don't care because I'm buying it as a dividend, I could do monthlies. So December 19th is 95 is $1.19. Let's go to 3 weeks. So 1, 2, 3, January 2, just to get an idea. Yeah, a 95 is $2. $2. So $2 times 12 times a year. $2 times 12 is $24. $24 every 3 weeks. Or man, that's not even accurate because it'd be every 4 weeks. So we'd be looking at, but that means 1, 2, 3, 4, January 9th. 253. 253 times 12. My bad. 253 times 12. $30.36. Plus the fucking dividend. Which it was like $4.46 or something. $34.82 a year to just fucking own Target. Own Target. One time a month, sell a call. $5 out of the money. Well, $4, $3. $3 out of the money. If it gets called away, it doesn't matter. You made money. You see what I'm saying? You just make the money. You just buy the fucking shares again and write the call again. Who cares? Going up is great. That's exactly what you want. You can even do the put method like I suggested and get it even faster. Right? I do that. I've got my 34.82, and now I do a put. I need more strikes though. You definitely want to be far away on this one. You don't want to be close. You do put like it's 91.80. We go all the way down to 81. $10 down. You add another 45 cents there. Times 12. Add another 540 plus 30.42. $40.22 per year for Target. Now I own my Target stock in 2.5 years. 91.80 divide, what was it? 40.22. Not even 2 years and 3 months. Free Target stock in 2 years and 3 months. I might maybe do a video on that. again, you're gonna need to watch it. What if Target's like, we're going out of business, we're bankrupt there. Who knows? World War III. This is in a perfect scenario, in a perfect world, in a healthy stock environment where we don't have a market crash, and you're still, you don't have to be active for that. And like, I know, John, I've tried to tell you all the time, like, you should be looking at low risk shit. You're 62 and you're trading fucking SPY dailies, man. You're a little bit of a lunatic. I'm not gonna lie. Because this could be your bread and butter. It's not gonna be, like, we're talking. If the stock is 91.80 and you get it free in 2 years and 3 months, that means you're getting $4,500 essentially. $4,150 free every year. $4,150 divided by 12, you're basically making $345 per month for every 100 shares of Target you own. So for a $9,000, a $9,200 investment, you get $345 a month. $345 a month for a $92 investment. I don't know where the fuck you make that. Divide 9180. Sorry, 345 divide 9180. 3.7%. Actually, I do know where you get better than that. We discussed that with X. Oh, what was it? Was it finance? Broad watch. Hold on a minute. I gotta find it. It's the U.S. Treasury. There's like $100 or something. U.S. statement. SGov. SGov. Okay. Well, if you really want to, what do you call it? Set it and forget it. You get SGov. It's 4%. I just kind of like the idea of the Target owning Target for free in like 2 years. So SGov pays like 4.2%. The price doesn't change. So the price goes up, they pay the dividend, it goes down. Price goes up, pays the dividend, price goes down. For 5 years. For like of all time. So that's the dividend, boom, and then every day dividend. It doesn't matter. It totally ignore the stock. It pays 4.2%. It actually has options, which is fucked. I don't know why, because I don't know. Yeah, there's like no volume on them though. There's like 10 volume. There is 400 contracts open, but it's interesting. So you make an extra 5 cents by selling the 101, because none of the other ones are going to sell. You make an extra 5 cents to sell the 101, because it's going to go to 100 and then 60, and that's it. When we like that's all it's going to do. It's like not going to go lower than 100, and it's not going to be higher than 174. It's just, that's the stock. I don't know what happened here, but that is $100. Like, I don't know why it went 99.96. Again, it just stays. This is 5 years, guys. Stays between 100 and 170 and 75 cents. So to sell a covered call for 101, I don't know who's buying that. It doesn't make sense. But there must be some sort of tax thing behind. I don't fucking know. It's just 5 free cents. It's $5 for free. I don't know how else to explain it. Are they monthly? Yeah, they're monthly. So essentially, what you could do. Oh, they're only leaps. They don't even have monthly. They go December, January, March. So and then June. Let's see what June is. So 6 months from now, if you want, let's do March. You park your money for 3 months. What is the March 101 pay? 5 cents. 5 cents. Fuck. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's 5 cents because who's gonna buy it? It doesn't make sense. The ask is 10 and the bid is 5. You're getting 5 cents for 3 months. It's shit. There's not even a fucking reason to have it. The fee to buy it is going to be $2 and the fee to sell is going to be $2. So you're making $1. So this is a treasury designed to pay you a dividend every month. And this dividend I looked at is tax-free, 4.12%. 4.12%. This is every month. Monthly dividend. Total yearly 4.12%. So you will, depending on inflation, you'll either meet or beat it. I think we all know inflation is like 100%. It isn't 4, but if you're looking for something that's just paying you every month, right? So in saying that, if you had 100K in it, you're getting $410 a month. Or sorry, no, you're getting 4,120 a year. You're getting $343 a month. So that's about the same as that Target. It's like exactly the same as Target. But with Target, so where they differ, with Target is you're doing 95. Or if it goes to 95, you're doing 100. You're always giving yourself $5 extra of potential share price growth all the time. Whereas this, you can't get that. You can't get that extra. The trade-off is this. You won't go lower. There is no lower. That's the fucking price. And the yield is the yield, 4.1%. Target could go to $30 and you lose 66%. I mean, it's probably not gonna, but it could because it's a stock. But I gotta let this dog out, guys. I appreciate you